And we're back with our favorite reverse tower defense game. Instead of conquering a new land, I decided to wait an extra week and one of my places rebelled where we could easily defeat them for more resources. Especially considering how upgraded these guys are at this point. So it's pretty simple. To begin, we have two lane choices, the upper lane and the lower lane. The units will go into these buildings as they go and that will get us upgrades. As they're going down these lanes, these very pixelated morons will try and murder them. So as they're trying to get it simply into this windmill, they're going to be shot by everyone. Luckily, I've got a lot of units, so we're going to start with some medium skeletons and then some very fast dogs behind them. They should cover the windmill easily. Now, to get to the next building, we've got to get through all sorts of towers. So we're going to go with a whole bunch of these guys and a whole bunch of these guys and a whole bunch of the medium skeletons. I think that should pretty easily make it work. These archers and towers are very weak, so they're hardly hurting my idiots at all at this point. So we only need to get 6 in there to get the windmill bonus. And these peach colored skeletons, they're definitely weaker. They have less HP, but they are quicker and more numerous. Okay, windmill number 1 is done, so we can get extra emeralds. We can get boosts, but some losses. We're just going to take purely extra units. And then I think we're just going to brute force this with sheer numbers. So let's see, we need to get 8 of them in, and I think we're well on the way to doing that. We did lose a few idiots along the way, but they're basically here to be sacrifices. We needed 8, we got 64. Alright, so now we got one more windmill to claim if we wanted, and then we need to get 8 idiots into the end zone. So for the low one, we'll go medium plus the fast dogs plus the fast skeletons. For lane 2, which is this one, we are going to go 2 of those. We'll do a flag bearer, he makes everyone around them stronger, and another medium skeleton. I didn't realize we only had 3 slots, so we're going to do a medium skeleton instead of the flag bearer. Up top, we're going to go ahead and send a flag bearer plus the dogs. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I don't really care. We're going to do this at 4 times speed because we don't have time to wait. So this windmill should be quite easily overrun. Lane 2 is definitely taking some damage. Some of the enemy towers are AoE. Oh, I didn't realize we could take over this as well. Pretty sure I made that same mistake before, but we got that. That actually upgraded the speed of some of our units. So right now we're just really filling up the windmills. Yeah, this is an AoE thing, so we got to be careful what units we throw out. Okay, for this next one, the top lane is just going to be 3 of the flag bearers because I don't really have any other use for them right now. The other ones are just medium skeletons, fast skeletons, and dogs. I think they should easily be able to get through. We can also put shields on, which will put a shield on every unit on the map currently, which I think absorbs the damage of 1 hit. We can also put healing somewhere, like so as it goes through the traps, we can also heal them. We just got achievement for 1,000 troops, so I think we more than succeeded in this level. But the troops are pretty upgraded at this point. Without the healing over these spike traps, they mostly just get mulched up into fertilizer. And that gave us 13 wooden bullets, so we can choose to give our units more life, more divisions, or more of them. I think I'm going to go a little bit more of them, and also just a little bit more life. These guys can actually be really strong. And since I've got 290 of the basic upgrade points, we're going to upgrade the dogs. It's not really worth it on the lower end, but since I have so many upgrade points, we might as well just do it. Next on the places to conquer, Union Forest. It's medium. There's 5 buildings. Before diving into that battle, we're going to get the motivational standard bearer. He's going to make troops around him take less damage. And that's probably pretty beneficial overall. Here we have a nice rainy forest. The idiots come armed with what looks to be lots of crossbows. So to begin, lane 1 is basically going to hit no one. We can send any old units into there, we just need 8 of them. So I'm just going to send some of my fast skeletons. Lane 2 is only going to have to go past, I think, 2 towers anyway. So again, we could probably get away with like one of those, and that's probably enough. We'll find out very shortly. Yeah, they don't even get attacked getting into that building, which is interesting. I'm not really sure what they're playing at here. This one we very easily overran. So there's, I think, a speed increase for the dogs and skeletons. And here's a health increase for some of the other units as well. So on the bottom, they got to go through a lot of the towers to get to that thing. So we're going to go with just maybe that and one of the standard bearer skeletons to make them take less damage. Lane 1 is actually going to turn and go up this way into another building. So we'll go with those guys, the dogs, and the medium skeletons. Lane 3 is going to follow the same route as the other ones and just go straight into that building. So I'm just going to go with a set of dogs and the standard bearers. I don't think we need any more than that because these towers will all be diversified. At least I hope they will. So the dogs are about to make it in. I put the shields on already. I'm going to put some healing up if I have to. The standard bearers, we're going to put the healing on right there. That way the units can get some health back before making it to the tower. But so far this is going perfectly fine. We're going to upgrade their health, upgrade their speed. And which other tower did we get finished? Was that it? Oh, this one only got 4 of 8. That one didn't get properly finished. That's okay. The top one we're just going to overwhelm with numbers and speed. Lane 3 is going to be some toughness plus the dogs, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be easily enough to finish the level. My units are very fast. Oh, it's a catapult that was the problem there. So we're going to get some of the wooden bullets. They're the most valuable resource at this point. And my quick skeletons are quite easily overpowering, especially when they can absorb a free hit. They're having trouble making it past that, so we're going to put some heals on top of that so they don't just get mulched. I do find it funny, but we do need some of them to actually make it through. So I think that's it for us, 100% done. 3-star victory in the dancing skeleton. That gave us 36 more upgrade points, plus 36 blue skulls. I'm going to give my dogs another division. Same with my fast skeletons. We'll also upgrade their amount. I really utilize them a lot because it's easy to just throw a bunch of numbers at the problems. With our leftover wooden bullets, we are going to upgrade the life of our medium skeletons, which are essentially our tanks. And since we do have all these leftover points, I'm going to knock their summoning time down. I'm not really sure if that makes a difference, but I might as well spend the points on something. So now that we're here, we're going to have to take on a level that's hard. The last one was medium and it didn't feel medium. With the extreme ones, we maybe won't touch yet. We only have 4 idiots to bring in, so let's give it a try. Bruits Forest Invasion. Well, it is a forest. To send the units into that building, they're going to have to go over a mulcher. They're going to take a lot of damage from these towers. To begin, it's only 2 lanes, so it's only 2 towers to take over. So we'll go a medium skeleton, followed by a fast skeleton. I think we're just going to do the same both lanes. It's sort of just feeling it out by making some sacrifices. So we'll let them get started. I'm probably going to put a healing spell over the mulcher. But once we start to get some units actually in, I'm also going to put their shields on. So they're really getting beat up by this. I'm not really sure how this works, if they just need to sacrifice enough units before they're able to cross it. But we'll figure this out together. We've got a lot of sacrificial idiots coming up anyway. They're making it into here. We're going to put the shield back on as soon as we can. But as long as we get the numbers in, it's perfectly acceptable. And I mean, there's really not many games at all ever where I don't make a lot of sacrifices anyway. Okay, we're going to put some healing on maybe here, just as long as our health stays topped up. We got building 1, we got building 2 already. That only took 2 of our waves. So lane 1 is going to go all the way around without ever touching a building. That could simply be victory. Lane 2 is going to go to that building. Lane 3 is going to go down there. That's also a nightmare because of those mulchers down there. So I think if we send lots of the fast units down there, they'll easily overpower that. That even might be overkill. We're going to send one of these medium guys out too, along with the medium and the dogs. And then the upper lane doesn't have any buildings on it anyway. We're actually going to hold off on doing anything there. Let's see how the lower 2 lanes go, because I would like the extra buildings. So he's running out there, taking lots of damage. He's a good standard bearer. He's keeping one other skeleton a little bit safer, hilariously, and he got dead anyway. But now come the overwhelming numbers. We're going to put the healing up here, maybe, because that's the gauntlet of damage. Okay, we already made it in. Gauntlet might have been better down here, but you know what? I think we're good anyway. So it's not going to matter what we do this last wave. The units are going to make it in. I think I'm actually going to send the strongest wave down this path in the center, because it's mostly just arrow shooting idiots and not so much the mulching traps. So for that one, I'm just going to go with all 3 of my super fast units. The lower one is going to be some of the tougher units. So we'll go with medium, and the standard bearer. The top unit can just be all dogs. It does look like you got to kill enough of them to fill the traps to make them through. So I'm actually going to lay off on that. I'm not going to send the dogs out in case my first 2 waves fail. So my units are going out. My standard bearer will be showing up before too long. I'm going to put some heals here maybe for the units that actually make it that far. We're going to put the shields up at this point, and I think we've already really easily won. 1 more unit's got to get in, and that's it. We've already got a victory condition. I think they might also be protected by a standard bearer. I don't know where my standard bearer is. I might not have actually summoned him at all. But the middle wave actually didn't really make it, but the lower wave destroyed. So for our trouble, another 36 blue skulls and 36 wooden bullets, which unlocked another level which is only hard, so we don't need to touch the extremes yet. Ooh, we can also get a mega unit. Being able to select which troop will be in each wave. It has 20% more health, speed is 10% lower though. Next we'll be able to unlock a knight, which is heavy. He's basically a tank, he absorbs damage. So the tank plus a standard bearer might be a really strong mixture because he'll get really tough. I upgraded the speed of the regular skeleton just to make them a little bit quicker. I mean, obviously, right? But I wanted them to have just a little more speed, because speed really matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can now select our mega unit by clicking on the yellow box. To begin, it looks like we've got to get our idiots into the tower, and there's nothing in the way anyway. Since I have a lot of these guys, we'll just send a bunch of them in, and I don't think they're even going to get shot once. They're just going to take the tower, and that's that. So now we can choose between Route 1, which is way up there. We're going to have to fill a bunch of pits with bodies, and Route 2, which will hit the next windmill. That's not that bad to get to. So route number 1, we just need a lot of bodies, so we're going to get 2 of those guys, plus some mediums. Route 2 going down to this windmill is going to be medium. We'll send them in with a standard bearer and maybe some dogs. No, I don't think I need to sacrifice the dogs to do that. We don't need that many units to hit this windmill. We do need a lot simply to make it past the corpse pits. So I'm going to buy this safe hit, and they should start crossing that pretty soon. Windmill down there is easily defeated, and the building up top should be defeated shortly. We're going to lay some healing down here just to help them absorb a little bit of health. Yeah, we absolutely destroyed that building. We probably could have done with one less wave, but now the body pits are filled. I think this windmill is also giving up a healing effect now because it's burning, so when you send units through there, they'll be extra safe. And to get through there, we're definitely going to need some stronger, so we're going to send our mediums through, plus a standard bearer. Their route lower is simply going to wind up at a windmill. That's going to be route number 3, so we just need numbers. We'll send 2 of those plus them, and up top, I think we're probably just going to send more body filling lights. Does that make sense? I have no idea. We're going to let them out and see what happens. So they're going to start. Once I start seeing them taking a little bit of extra damage, we're definitely going to put their shields on, but they'll hopefully get some heals. Yeah, they're getting a lot of heals around this windmill. So now it's just a numbers game. I'm going to put some heals on for these guys. Hello, heal. There we go. So they're going to get extra healing because these are the tanks. Wow, we're destroying that lane anyway. Yeah, we need to get 8 units in. We once again got like 1800. So our units are clearly very strong for where they're at. It threw me off because the levels say hard when really easy. We got another 48 wooden bullets and 54 skulls. So we can unlock the knight now, who's a bit tankier, which will hopefully help us out. Speed spell would have been interesting too. Luckily we can upgrade the knight. He's got 140 HP. Our tanks currently have half of that. Plus we can upgrade him, so he's going to have tons of HP. We're going to give him lots of divisions, and movement speed is going to be very important for tanks. Summoning time we're going to knock down anyway, because I feel like I'm going to enjoy the tanks. We still got 73 wooden bullets, so his HP is going way up. And also we need more divisions. We just need lots of numbers. So now even the capital here is only hard. We're going to surround the capital first and do Cornfields. I'm not going to bring the standard bearer. I just don't like him. He doesn't really seem to help much. No, we got tons of divisions to work with. So wave number 1 has to go past actually quite a few archers. So we're going to start with the tank and then these guys. The tank will hopefully absorb a lot of the damage, and the other idiots will just run past. Wave 2 is just, they got to get there, so we're just going to hit them with the big flurry of idiots, and that should be more than enough to get there. We could make the tanks mega units too, I suppose. So we're going to put some shields down to help them get there. I thought there'd be a little more units coming in to help these guys, but we lay the heals down there, they'll easily get in there. And up top, they'll eventually push through the numbers down below, I think. Yeah, we already got that done, so both buildings collected. And this windmill is burning, so that's easy heals. Yeah, the tanks are going to be the mega units. They're going to be even slower, but they're going to be much tankier again. So the top lane's got to go past lots of archers, but it's got a healing windmill, and that's going to be another healing windmill. So let's go with 2 units of tanks and then the mediums. And down below, they've got to go through lots of damage and definitely get to a tower. So we're going to go with 2 dogs plus the fast ones. Lane 2, we just got to go through some body pits. It's actually pretty reasonable to get there. So we're just going to go with 2 of those plus some mediums. The dogs are so quick. Kind of forgot how quick they were. So yeah, we're going to put them there. They're going to heal the way across that. We're going to put the shields up fairly quickly. Okay, shields are up. I do like how much healing they get. There's a catapult over there, but the tanks can, wow, they absorb a lot of damage. They basically just walk through it all. These body pits are already full. We would have absolutely outrun the next body pits as well. So we're just going to upgrade all the units for that. Okay, so the wave here, we're going to start with 2 of those plus the dogs. I think they're going to fill the body pits and the dogs should blast through. The top lane is just going to be 3 layers of tanks because I want to be mean. The tanks will heal, then heal again. The lower lane will just do 3 layers of the mediums. There is one more building I didn't even notice down there, but that's fine. Everyone should bust through there pretty easily. I'm going to put some heals up right here for the mediums. That way they'll heal, hopefully, instead of taking damage there. We're going to put the shields up now as well. They absorbed a little bit, but they're still, I think, actually, yeah, probably going to overrun that one anyway. The body pits are filling up very nicely as well. And we got that building succeeded. We absolutely overran their defenses. It's a lot easier to storm the towers than defend. And we're getting good upgrade points. 60 skulls from a single level. Since we've got a lot of points to spend, I'm going to knock the summoning time down for the knights. We're also going to get the healing spell for 70. That's maxed out all the blue skull tokens. We need to move on to the Viking shields next. So we knocked the difficulty here down to hard, and this one is still hard. So we'll try Count's Brook first. I feel like with my new speed spell, it's going to be almost unfair. So we got 3 lanes to begin with. The first one's actually the straight up victory condition. If I can get units through that, they would make it. There's a catapult that's going to bomb this strip. So to begin, we're mostly going to ignore that. I'm going to send 2 layers of heavies and a medium through this disaster because I want that building. Lane 3 down here, that is going to... there's nothing that could even hurt them. So that's just going to upgrade the units. We'll just send those guys in. So we can lay down speed if we want to. I think I'm going to have them speed through this. I'm also going to put some heals down in front of them if I can. Didn't realize how few tanks we got, but so once they get to there, they're going to get that. We're going to get some speed on them if we can and some shield. Is that going to be enough to get them through? Yeah, it looks like it is. The tanks are just so tough. We'll lay some more healing down there for them. Yeah, there we go. They're just lapping their way in. Well, we're going to take the blue skulls instead. I'm sure that's a useful quantity of those. We don't really need these anymore. Then again, we especially don't need the blue skulls anymore. So that was stupid. But our units in are quicker. Okay, so this lane's got some body pits to fill. So we're just going to go ahead and fill it with bodies. The lower lane, we could probably just get away with 2 teams of dogs. I think that's going to be more than enough to bust through that. And I think we're maybe just going to let it go on that. The dogs are very brittle. I always forget that. They die almost instantly after being touched. So we'll give them a little bit of shield. And we get a few more units back, squadrons back, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to put some shields and healing up for these guys as soon as we can. Maybe right here so they get fresh bodies into the spike pits. That looks like more than enough to push through and destroy this tower. I'm going to heal them right here just in case, because it sucks when they get deaded right here and don't make it into the burning tower. So that looks like it's going to upgrade, I don't know what, something for those units. I probably went a little bit overkill on this one. Although even these guys are pretty weak. The crossbowmen are destroying them. I forgot to switch my mega units to the tanks as well, so the tanks are going to be even stronger. So now I need something to make it through to this building, so I'm going to go 2 units of mediums and some of my multiple units. I think for the victory conditions up top, that's actually like quite a gauntlet for everyone to get through. I don't know which way is going to be easiest, because there's like, look at all the damage that's going to be in this strip. So we're going to go with tanks and then fast units, and then it's hard to send the dogs out because I think the dogs are going to die to all that damage. So we'll try 2 tanks plus the fast units in the center. And just in case that fails, we're going to go lane 3 here. I think I can fill it up with bodies and then we can maybe sneak some dogs in behind that. I don't know if this is going to work because like every lane has to get through a lot of damage to really make this work. Gonna pay attention to the damage everyone's taking so far. Okay, we're going to start healing him there just to make sure those guys get in. We're going to put the shields up now. That part's going to be tough. It would be nice to put a speed boost somewhere here. Just so when everyone gets there, they get going quicker. We'll also heal these guys as they go. Yeah, because this is going to be a problem. I need them getting past there quickly so they don't get catapulted. But they are making it in, so that's a good sign. We're going to put any of our spells on that we can. Okay, I did manage to get the shields back on. We're going to put some heals on wherever we're ultimately going to need them. They're all going to make it in. Heals there might help. Okay, I put the speed boost on again, but they're all getting destroyed by the towers here. We only need 2 more units in up top. And the top lane was the most successful, so we're going to go tank, and then the mediums. And those will be easier, because I only have 1 lane to keep an eye on. So we can see when they're going to need healing and help them out with that. So I think right here maybe is a good spot to start the heals. That way, once they get catapulted, they put that back on. We're also going to put the speed booster on maybe here. Maybe it would be better after that, but you know, that's fine. They'll still make it in. I'm very confident we got this in the bag. We'll put some more heals, I don't know, there. That way they can relax before retiring safely into whatever's over there. They're very, stabby when they approach with that sword. Another 3-star victory and all sorts of upgrade points that are probably fundamentally useless for us. I guess I can increase the dog speed even more. Wow, that actually went quite a ways up there. They got an extra 10% speed. Okay, now it's time to take on the capital of this place. Another kingdom for our cause. Well, this is quite a map. I've got 6 lanes to deal with. So the first thing we got to do is fill that building. So I think I get to send my super fast dogs up there. Lane 2 is going to go to that building, so we're maybe going to go with numerous units. Lane 3 is going to be numerous units to get to that building. Lane 4 is going to go down there. They're not going to take much damage at all, so they could probably be whatever, dogs. Lane 5 is going to walk into here, so we'll just do the numerous units there. I think that's actually going to be enough to get everyone where they're going. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's a barrier that's going to knock units out. I didn't realize that. That's okay. We'll put some heals down. We'll put some shields down. And we'll put a speed boost on just to get everyone to where they're going before they hopefully get annihilated. I only sent single waves out in any one direction, so hopefully we get enough to make them in, like, and get their quotas. That one's done. I'm not sure about the top lane. We might have to redo that one. But as long as we get the numbers close, we'll feel much better about it all. There's also a catapult landing on this one, but this one is exploded now. Well, the best part is we did that. We got a big healing zone here now as well. So lane 1, we're going to go with the dogs. They should be able to rip up there without hitting a stupid barrier at first. Lane 2 has got lots of idiots in the way, so I might have to actually go with 2 of these. Lane 3 isn't really going to be that bad, so I'm just going to send some 2 squadrons of mediums out. And for this lane, I think I'm just going to send maybe some mediums and some tanks out. I really got to start using tanks. And let's see how that goes. After this, I might just have to fight for victory conditions. There's just a lot of lanes that are going to be a lot of damage. I think this lane's going to be the easiest if we can just sort of avoid most of the catapult damage, which I think we can. They're starting to get pretty weak here. Oh, there's a second catapult. That's not great. Okay, so we're going to shield everyone. We're going to give them a speed boost to try and get them past that catapult, because that catapult is a big problem. This stuff was actually really, really hard. It's definitely getting the better of me suddenly. So we're going to set up some anything we can, a speed boost for these guys. It'd be nice to give them some heals to push them through this spot. Okay, it looks like they're going to make it through. So I really went crazy on that second lane for some reason. And I really wish it would stop piling into the building once their quota is hit. From there, they only got to make it a few corners. I don't know how I end up with so many units. Weird. There are so many units piling up there. But there's also heals here and heals here, so I think that lane's going to be the one we can use for victory. That's lane 2. So for lane 2 to begin, I got to fill up the body pits. So we're going to send through 2 of those, and then there's going to follow some tanks in behind. The tanks can absorb lots of damage. Lane 3, I think I'm actually just going to try 3 lanes of dogs. They might be able to just blast through that. Then I think I'm actually going to save the rest of my numbers for now. I want to see how this wave goes, because then if need be, the body pit should be full, so we should be able to send something through the healing zones. So the dogs are running through now. They're doing their best to try not to get wrecked. We could give them a speed boost to make them even quicker, give them some heals. I don't know if they're going to be able to... Oh, they're going into the building still. I didn't realize we still needed some there. Okay, up come the shields for a second. It'd be nice to get some healing on these guys in between, although they're pretty much in a constant healing zone, but they should be able to fill the body pits now. We're going to make them quicker because I'm annoyed at how slow they are. There's so many of them too. Yeah, I think we're going to win just on this. The tanks are making their way through, and the tanks are going to be very hard for them to stop. We'll put some shields and a speed boost on right here. That way they sprint to victory. Pretty sure we've overrun their capital. We didn't get all of their buildings, but I was a little nervous about being able to get all of their buildings. A 2-star victory is good enough for me. It's better than I normally do at most things in life. So now we're in the southeast. We're fighting a kitty cat. This level's hard, but it's only 2 buildings, which in my brain makes it easy. So lane number 1, they're going past the pink wearing weirdos. These guys have a really big range on them. So we'll send the tanks out first, and then we're going to put those guys in behind. That should be enough to get the first building. Lane 2, we're going to do the same thing. Tanks will absorb the damage, and these are going to be mega tanks, followed by my numerous units. There is a catapult, so that's really actually bad against the numerous units. But I got a bit of a cure for that. We can put their shield up once we see the catapult fire, and then we'll put some heals here. Yeah, they're fine. They're going to walk right through that damage. These guys, maybe not so much. So we're going to speed them up to hopefully get through the catapult zone. Up top, there's actually a ballista here firing down the lane, which is kind of hurting me a lot. So we'll speed these guys up. But we'll hopefully get enough of them through to get that building. If not, we'll just send some extra tanks in. Yeah, that penetrating ballista really hurts. Okay, we need some shield going up. You know what? That's okay. We're not going to get this building this turn, but we will next turn. We're going to get extra health for our tanks and I think our numerous units. So lane 1, I'm actually going to try dog and then medium. Lower lane, we're going to try tank, and medium. I've got faith that the tanks can make it through pretty much anything. I'm hoping the dogs are just quick enough to avoid a lot of the ballista damage. We'll put some heals on here, so the dog should be able to finish off this building. That's going to give me some upgrades. We're going to put the shields on to help them absorb a little bit of damage, and they can get a speed boost here for these tanks to hopefully make it to where they're going. That ballista can also reach here. But we got this done, we get extra squadrons. I'm going to heal these guys here. We're hopefully going to put some speed boost and shields on to at least let some of the tanks get through. This will almost be a victory for us, actually. It's not quite there, but that was really, really close. All right, so we're going to go tank, and maybe the mediums again, because I think they should be able to just waltz right in there. Up top, we're just going to go with 3 of the lights, because they're just a giant army that's just really hard to stop based on numbers. To make sure the tanks are going to be okay, we're going to give them a little bit of healing here, and we'll give them a speed boost on the other side. And we'll put the shield on maybe now, just so they can avoid a little bit of damage at least. We're going to re-heal these tanks down here. I really think they're going to walk into there just fine. I was a little curious about these upper units because these things might actually pretty much stop them dead. And it looks like that might be the case. Maybe the traps fill up once they get enough bodies in them. I'm not really sure how these work. Because at first they were mulching single ones, but now that multiple are getting through, they seem to be fine. Okay, well, both of my lanes made it through quite easily, so we absolutely destroyed these guys as well. And we got some of these squirrel skins. And now I have a choice to upgrade my knights. This one, if he hits 25% health or below, he will gain a slow health regeneration of up to 50%. So they can keep themselves alive at low HP. But this one just straight up gets 25% more life on top. I think I want that. Then we're also going to take 1 more troop per route. And then we can see what our new Dark Knight can do for us. Especially considering they have 236 life currently, and we can still upgrade that. 248, 260, we can also get more of them as well. I'm just going to boost their health all the way up to 284. So this is another level where we got only 3 buildings to take. First we got to get into there, which should be easily. I think I'm just going to send 1 squadron of my knights to get in there, maybe the dogs as well, just to be sure. Then we got to get into this building and that building. It's going to be tough here because we got to get past 2 catapults, which is going to be a lot of damage, so we're going to put 2 of our tanks through there. Getting over to here, we're also going to superfy the tanks. We're going to put maybe 2 squadrons of mediums, I think should make it to there. And I've got a plan anyway of how we can do this. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to put some heals somewhere here. That seems like a good spot. We're going to put some shields on, and we're going to put a speed boost here just so everyone can get to where they're going a lot quicker. This wasn't as bad as it looked. We get some extra squads there. I think we're going to get that building fairly easily, and this building, I think we're going to get most of it at least. We didn't even send out enough knights to fill it now that I look at it. So this one, because we've got to fill the body pits, we're going to go with 2 of those, plus some heavies. This one, we're just going to send some dogs in. We got to get 1 dog in there. That should be fine. The top route I'm going to ignore because that looks like a nightmare. And I have unlocked 1 more lane for down here, so we're just going to have some mediums following up behind. So the dogs are going to come out first. We're going to put a shield on them right away, which is going to allow them to get in here. We only need 1, I think, so... No, we needed 2, but that's fine. We got that. We got some squirrel skins for our trouble. I'm going to put some heals up here because they actually take a lot of damage down here. But then we just need the numbers hitting here. They'll die as they make it there as well, but that's fine. As long as they make it here, they'll fill up the body pit for the important guys behind. I'm going to put some heals on here because they're getting catapulted pretty hard. But it looks like they've broken through over here as well. We can put a speed boost here. They've already got lots of shield on, so I think they're gonna bust through with this. I put another heal up here, more shield and a speed boost as soon as we can. And yeah, it looks like they're just walking into victory. I'm glad I didn't have to go through that because I think all of my units will get pretty mulched up there really quickly. Another 3-star victory, and look at all those squirrel skins to make whatever we want stronger. But that's a problem for next time.